dear children, let us start the class. Today we are going to start a new chapter. The name of the chapter is Food for Animals. Chapter number 7. Okay, this chapter is required for your PT2 as well as your term 2 exam. Okay, so from now you have to start your part 2 books. Both the textbook and the workbook is required. Now when you look at the name of the chapter, food, what does come to your mind? Food is the thing that we require to survive in this world. Okay? Without food, we cannot survive. We will die. So why do we need food? We need food so that we can get energy, isn't it? When we will get energy, then we can do work. We can study, we can play, we can go out of the house, we can walk, we can run, we can do various activities in our day-to-day life. Okay, so food is the only nutrient that gives us energy to our body. Now, how do you get food? You get food because your parents are cooking for you. Okay, your family members are cooking for you. So you can eat your food. Have you ever wondered how does the animal get its food? Okay, so animals can cook their own food. Have you ever seen animals going out to the market and buying food? No, animals don't go out and buy their food. Animals don't prepare their own food. So how does animal get its energy from? Animals also require energy, isn't it, to survive in this environment. So animals get its energy or food from its natural surrounding. Okay, from its neighborhood, from the nature, whatever is available in the nature, animals get its food and its energy. Okay, so our main topic is today food habits of animals. So there are different kinds of animals. Okay, so these animals eat different kinds of food. Now based on the eating habits of food, we are going to differentiate animals into 3 types. Now before going to the main topic, let us see some of the animals which eats different food. So children, this is an animal. What is the name of the animal? The name of the animal is squirrel. Okay, so how does a squirrel find its food? Squirrel finds its food from its surrounding. So what does it eat? It eats fruits and nuts. Okay, so whatever food is available in the nature or in the plants in its surrounding or from the forest, okay, squirrel eats on the fruits and nuts and it survive. Okay, so this is a squirrel which is an animal and it cannot prepare its own food. So how does it eat? It eats from the surrounding that is available. Okay, the next animal is a cow. Okay, so does cow prepare their own food? No, cow doesn't prepare their own food. So what does they eat? They eat plants and grass. Okay, so you can see the green thing on the ground. So it's a grass. Okay, so grass and leaves cows eat and they survive. Alright, so that is their food. Okay, so they are dependent on the nature. They cannot prepare their own food. Alright. The next is a lion. So what is a lion? The lion is the king of the forest. It lives in the forest. Okay. So lion, what does it eat? It eats cows, deer, goat, rabbit. Okay. That is in the forest. Okay. So the lion eats all these types of animals to survive. Okay. Otherwise the lion will die if he will not get his food to eat. Okay, so the lion eats all the animals, not all the animals, some of the animals like the cow, the deer, the goat, okay, the rabbit, all these types of animals the lion eats and exist in the world. On your food eating habits, animals are divided into 3 categories. Okay, what are the categories? The first is herbivores. Okay, just look at the spelling carefully. Herbivores. Herbivores. Now what do you mean by herbivores? Herbivores is the word herbivores has got 2 meanings. The first one is herb. Herb means plants. Okay, plants. And the next is vor. Vor means to eat. Okay, to consume. Okay, So this is a category known as herbivores. Now there are some animals which are herbivores. That means it eat plants. It depends on plants to survive. Okay, so what are those animals? Those animals are cows, rabbits and deer. These and many more animals are there, but I have taken you 3 examples. So such kind of animals eats plants, okay, leaves, stem, root. So all these kinds of things they eat to survive in the environment. So all these things they get from where? From the nature. These animals cannot prepare their own food. So what they do? They depend on the nature to eat their food. Now the second category is carnivores. Okay. The spelling of carnivores is Carnivores. Carnivores. So carni means flesh or meat. Okay, and you know the meaning of vor. Vor means to eat. Okay, so what are the types of animals that we get in the category of carnivores? Those are lion, tiger and leopard. Okay, I have taken 3 examples here. So these are the animals which eat flesh and meat, okay, to survive, okay, to exist in this world. So what kind of these animals are eating? Flesh means or meat means other animal, isn't it? So is lion is eating tiger? No, these animals are eating cows, rabbits or deer. Okay, it can be anything again, like a chicken or a goat. Okay, so all these type of animals are eating the herbivores are dependent on the herbivores to survive, to exist, isn't it? The next is omnivores. Omni means all. Okay, that means both the category. And vor means to eat. The spelling of omnivores is Omnivores. Omnivores. So the examples here we can get are human and bear. Okay, human and bear. So human and bear, they eat both the herbivores also and the carnivores also. That means they eat flesh and they eat plants. Alright, so we come in this category. Okay, so we eat meat as well as plants. Okay, but one thing is that out of all the animals, human are the animals which can prepare their own food. The food eating habits, the animals are categorized into the 3 groups. Okay, the first is herbivores, the second carnivores and the third is omnivores. Okay children, so don't forget, cows will not come in carnivores because cows don't eat meat, they eat plants to survive. Okay, so humans will not go in herbivores because we are eating both meat and plants. Okay, so remember the categories and the examples also in which category they fall, because we have so many types of animals in the world, isn't it? So those animals are grouped into the 3 types of food eating habits. Here I have taken a tree. Okay, I have taken the topic food habits, and based on the food habits I have made 3 parts. Okay, herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. Now here is a box. In the box there are some names of children. Okay, now we have to select the names and we have to put them into the groups. Okay, the first one is rabbit. Okay, so now rabbit will come in which category? Herbivores are plant eating, carnivores are flesh eating and omnivores are both plant and flesh eating animals. So what this rabbit will fall into which group? The rabbit will fall into the herbivores because it is a plant herb eating animal. Okay, the second is tiger. So tiger will come in which category? Tiger will come in the carnivores because it is a flesh eating animal. The next is cow. So cow will come where? Carnivores, omnivores or herbivores? Cow will come to herbivores. Okay. The next is crow. Crow will come in which group? Crow will come in omnivores because it eats both herbs and flesh. The next is human. So human we already know that will come to omnivores because it is a plant and flesh-eating animals. Humans are also animals, okay? We are also a one type of animals. The next is lion. So lion we already know, the king of the forest eat flesh. Alright? Okay children, so this is how we can categorize animals based on their food habits. Alright? The new words that we have learned today are herbivores, carnivores, omnivores and vor. So what do you mean by vor? V-O-R-E. V-O-R-E means to eat. Okay? Okay children? So children, we have come to know that the animals cannot prepare their own food. They are dependent on each other. Okay, they are dependent on the nature. They are dependent on whatever is available in the nature. Now, how do they find their own food? Okay, so let us look at the question today. If we spill sugar on the floor, it would be surrounded by ants. How do they find it? Have you ever noticed in your household that whenever there is some sugar or sweet like thing like a piece of chocolate, okay, is lying on the floor or anywhere in the house, we can see that after some time the ants have gathered around the food. Now, how do they know that there is a piece of chocolate or some sugar is lying on the floor in someone's house? Does anybody go and tell them? No, they have senses. So all these animals have senses so that they can find their own food. Now what kind of sense does the animal have? The ants have, the ants have the sense to smell. They can smell and they can find their food. Okay, so they have a strong sense of smell for especially for sugar like thing so that they can find their food. And afterwards what we can see when the ants have gathered around the sugar, they try to carry the small pieces on their back and they go in a line. Have you ever noticed? They go in a line to their habitat wherever they are living. The next question is, if we keep food outside of our home, a crow may fly down and take our food. How do they find it? Okay, so I don't know whether you have noticed this or not. If you have not noticed, then you can do this experiment. You can keep a small piece of chapati or a biscuit outside your house and you can come inside and watch it like from your window. Okay, you can see a bird, any kind of bird will fly down and take the food. Now how will they know that you have kept a piece of food outside? Okay, the birds have a, they can see from a very far distance. Okay, so they have a strong sight. All right, so these birds can see from very far distance and they can find their food. So based on these two questions, what we have understood? We have understood that animals find their food based on their senses. All the animals have different sense. Just like ants can smell. Crows can what? They can see. Okay, so we already know these are the sense organs, and these sense organs are very strong in the animals. All right. The homework for today is connect the dots, page number 5, textbook. Okay children, so you have to do this homework. And as for the questions that we have discussed today, you can give me the answer in the Google Classroom. I'll be sharing the code in the class WhatsApp group. You can send your assignments and homework. Please connect with the Google Classroom as you have to send your assignments and homework. Okay, so this is the class for today. What we have learned? We have learned the food eating habits of animals, and they are categorized into 3 groups: herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. Okay, and the new word that we have learned today are the 3 words: herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, as the and the word vor also, which means to eat. Okay, so children, send here both the questions that we have discussed today as well as the homework. The homework you can do in the textbook using a pencil. You can write the homework and you can send the picture to me. Alright, so with this I conclude my class. Thank you and have a nice day.